My name is Kristin Takamoto, and I'm a senior this year, and my major is Biblical and Theological Studies. It's been 5 years in my walk with Jesus now, and it's been quite a journey. I grew up in a Christian home, and that was just what I knew my whole life. I accepted Jesus into my heart when I was probably 4, but as I was growing up, I just had a lot of questions about everything about Christianity, and I was questioning so many things. I felt like I couldn't get the answers for them, so in my 10th grade year of high school, I decided that I wasn't a Christian anymore because I felt that if I couldn't get the answers to those questions, if I couldn't believe, then why should I stay a Christian? So I went through a year of believing that, and at the end of that year, I went to a volleyball camp and with my best friend, and her dad came to pick us up, and on the way home, he was asking me things like, have you been reading your Bible, or, have you been praying? And he'd known about all of my questions before this, but he thought I was just, a growing Christian. But he realized after I was like, no, I'm not reading my Bible. Why should I? Basically, I didn't say that, but just kind of the attitude of why should I, since I'm not a Christian. He started cluing in that maybe she isn't really a Christian, and so he started saying things like, well, Kristin, I'm scared for you. What if the car crashed? What if you died and you weren't expecting it, and you would go to hell if you're not a Christian? And so I'd heard the gospel message so many times before, and it hadn't really impacted me to as much up to this point, because at this point it was just like, Jesus, I want to be free from my questions. I want to be free from what ifs. I just want to say, like, I'm sorry for my sins and I trust you, even though I don't have the answers. So that's when I think my real walk with Jesus started. And it's been up and down a lot, but it's been a good journey. I woke up one morning in Bethlehem, and I walked over to the window, and I was rooming with some of the girls on my team, and one of the girls whose boyfriend was also on the team, she had received 2 flowers from him, and I was just thinking, oh, that's really cute. And then just the thought came into my mind, well, that'd be really nice, God. I mean, flowers are nice, and wasn't really a prayer, but just kind of a thought. And so after that thought, I went upstairs to breakfast, and one of my other girl teammates, she came up to me and gave me a white rose, and she was just like, here, you should have this. And I guess what that taught me is just that, God knows our desires, and He knows even the really small things. And I guess my thought too is that maybe we should be more on the watch for those little prayers that God answers, those little, hopes or wishes that He speaks to us through answering those, but maybe we miss them in our day-to-day lives. After the trip, I think even before the trip, and learning about missions in our classes, I realized, wow, missions is a lot harder than I thought. It's real life overseas as much as it is real life here, and even though it's in different contexts, but life is still hard, and life is still beautiful, and you still get tired, and you still get grumpy. I just want to practice being missional wherever I am. I'm Kristin Malia Takamoto, and I'm tearing the veil.